Hello, everybody. Um, and this is a react video. Uh, I'm actually doing a react video to a news report video, or rather, news report videos. Hang on for a moment. Um, and these videos are on CBN, and I really feel that I have to do this. Because basically, what they're doing is completely unethical, completely inappropriate. Um, Encourages hate. Is inaccurate and is basically everything that modern media is supposed to avoid being. One of the videos is in the description, and this one really annoys me. Let's set some groundwork for the next video. Okay, so as you can see, the title of the video is There's a Wicca, There's a Way. And I am a Wicca. And some of you are not going to know what that is. Some of you are going to know what that is. Some of you who do know what it is are going to get pissed off about it. Some of you who know what it is are going to laugh at me. Essentially, Wicca is a complex yet extremely rewarding type of religion which is based on the idea and belief that everything in the universe, including ourselves as human beings, are all part of the same constant. We're all part of the universe. We are all connected through energies and through nature. Rather than worshipping one individual god, you worship nature. But also part of Wicca is learning to use magic, not entertainment magic like you would see at a show or whatever, not pulling rabbits out of hats or cutting girls into the saw. It's complicated to explain, and I'm new to Wicca, so I'm not the best person to explain how our abilities work, really. If you're interested in that, look up. There's plenty you can look up. And anyway, the American news channel I sent a link to over last year and the year before have been having members of the Christian church, representatives of the Christian church, coming on and spouting poison, getting them to spout poison about wicca, about witchcraft. Now they are it is complete poison that they're spouting. None of it is true, not one word at all. They don't even know the difference between Wicca and witchcraft. The American church says that we are evil. Well, they're going to how we're evil, and yet centuries ago, the Christian church set out on a mission to exterminate all the original magic users. They say that we are evil, casting spells, that we worship Satan. Well, let's touch on the spell thing. This is my current spell book, my Book of Shadows. I'm not going to read the spells to you because that's kind of a private thing. But I'm going to tell you what some of the type of spells that we do are, and we're reading here. So page 6 is spells for harmony. Page 10 is spells for happiness, for happy home. Page 16 is prosperity. 22 is potions, healing potions and healing crystals. 29 is luck and success spells. 29 love and romance spells. We got spell stuff to make childbirth easier. Rituals to lift curses that have been placed on you. The list goes on. Witches and Wiccans, neither of them are evil. The difference between Wiccans and witches are that witches, they practice magic, but they will either not have a religion or they will have one of the normal religions that are out there, like Christianity or Judaism or whatever. Now, this is how it started last time. The church coming out and saying how evil sorcerers and witches are. They're not. Magic is not evil. Magic is a tool which can be used for good or evil. People are good and evil. If someone kills someone by shooting them, it's the person that's guilty of the crime, not the gun. The gun was the tool used for the crime. We all make choices. We all have the right to make choices, and we all have the responsibility and the duty to accept the consequences of those choices. The other um, news video. I'm going to tell you a little about it because I don't have it in the description. If I find it again, I will put it in the description for you. Was a woman who was a American church leader on, and she was talking about how she had a terrible experience as a child. She was very vague. Essentially, what she said was that she was having a hard time at home. She watched a film called The Craft and decided to try and summon spirits to speak to with a Ouija board. And she did summon a spirit successfully. She did speak with it, and she asked it to give her power, magical powers. In magic, shortcuts are never good. If you contact a spirit and it offers to give you power for nothing in return, or if it wants a lot in return, chances are something bad's going to happen. And, Ouija boards, I know they're sold in America in toy shops. Ouija boards, which is what you use to communicate with spirits, they are not toys. They should be kept well out of the way of children, even in magical families. Apparently, according to her, the woman, as a child, decided that, nothing bad would happen because she wouldn't go too far like the kids on the movie did. I've seen a little bit of the film. Gonna watch the rest of it tonight. But apparently she did. And then it was the usual crap that magic is the work of Satan. It's not true. And let me tell you, you cannot, as a child, summon a spirit without knowing what to do. You have to know what to do in order to speak to a spirit. And that means one of two things. Either the entire thing is lies and propaganda, or her mummy and daddy had spell books and explanations or whatever around the house that allowed them to teach that allowed this girl to work out how to do this. She chose to learn how to do it. She chose to summon the spirit. She chose to ask the spirit for powers. No god or demon made her do any of those things. Witches do not fly on broomsticks. That's not possible. You don't need to have a magic wand. You can use a magic wand, but you don't need to use a magic wand. I don't even own a magic wand. In fact, a lot of the more experienced practitioners own hundreds of magic wands and never use any of them. They don't steal children out their beds. Magic users don't sacrifice human beings to the devil. There's no baptisms of blood. One of the things that the church has used in the past to mislead people is that the Wiccan religion has a statue of one of their gods which does look vaguely similar to the Christian devil, but it is not. It's actually a god called Pan, I believe. At least, I think it actually has several names. Man of the Forest, Pan. As I said, kind of new to all this. And it is not a devil or a demon. Summoning spirits is not for everybody. Nor is doing spells. Some Wiccans go their entire life without casting a spell. Others do one spell every day. If you want to find out the truth, no bullshit, no propaganda about witches and Wiccans, then there are two I could strongly suggest to you. Harmony Nice, if you look her up on YouTube, she no longer posts on YouTube, but she has loads of brilliant videos which explain absolutely everything you could possibly want to know. And then there's even more stuff you can learn. I haven't actually got it yet, but there's even more you can learn from the book that she released a couple of weeks back. Also, and I hope I'm saying this right, there is another really good magic practitioner who does help guides to the magical arts on YouTube, called Heather. This is because I'm not sure I'm saying it right. Her name, Heather Witch. Both these people have been a big influence on me. And they really do know what they're talking about. As I said, I'm new to this, but I just, these news reports, they just made me so angry because I thought, honestly, our society is past the point where media and religious groups felt that this kind of public behavior and hate speech that is on those videos was acceptable. Years ago, innocent women and men died horrible, horrible deaths because the church wanted to eradicate any other religion that was liable to be more popular than that. I've got nothing against the church. It's not for me. I believe that everybody has the right to choose their own religion, to decide for themselves what they want to do with their lives. But things like healing crystals can do a lot of good. In that, I do think that the fact that we have healing crystals and we have abilities, and that Wiccas can give better answers to people who are looking for questions than the church can. I think it worries them. I think they believe that they are going to get left in the dust, because you will always get some sort of a good answer from a Wiccan. You won't just get told trust in some deity's plan. I also think that the church is afraid, wrongly afraid, of the power that the magical community has. And at the end of the day, that is wrong of them to be afraid of that. Because the majority of us are good people. I can't speak for every Wiccan, and I can't speak for every witch out there, but I can speak for myself. I can say this for myself, and I honestly believe, from what I've seen, that most Wiccans and witches do feel this way too, which is that we have no interest. I have no interest in using any of the abilities that I've gained to hurt people with. We don't worship Satan. We don't want to conquer the world. We don't want to overthrow governments and dethrone kings. And I think before you go supporting the church, on its views, you have to remember this. Wiccas and witches, all those years ago when they were being hunted, chose to hide and conduct their lives and practices in secret. They didn't, rather than retaliate, they didn't do anything against the people who were hunting them. They didn't curse them. They didn't cast evil spells. I know that not all magic practices are good. Two names from a very famous legend, which, even though I am new to the magical community, I'm 100% sure that most witches and Wiccans will have heard these two names, which are Merlin and Morgana Le Fay, from English history. And Merlin was a wizard, and he helped King Arthur get to the throne and build Camelot, which to this day is viewed as being one of the greatest civilizations to ever exist on our planet. King Arthur is viewed as being the greatest king in the history of England. Morgana Le Fay, she was evil. She wanted to take Arthur's throne and create an entire world ruled by magic. And if things hadn't gone down the way they had at the Battle of Camelot, the end of the war, then maybe there wouldn't have been so much fear in witches. But the actual Salem witch trials and all stuff like that happened centuries later. So there's no excuse for the church in what Morgan Le Fay did. Also, the only reason I brought this up is because one of the versions of the story of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table is a little different to the others because it's one that's told to Christians, and it was that King Arthur was chosen by God to be King of England, King of Camelot, and Merlin was chosen by God to help him. So, how you can go from saying a wizard who helped lay the foundations for the United Kingdom of Britain, um, was chosen by God to help this king, to saying that all witches, wizards, sorcerers, um, and magic users are evil and servants of the devil. We're not. We're really not. There are some people out there who practice magic and who are, you know, of the same beliefs as Morgan Fay. There are some who have the same beliefs as Merlin, but neither group recognizes, not recognizes, sorry, neither group represents everybody. One of the reasons I like working so much and got into it is because it's refreshing. It's such a diverse community. They're accepting of everyone as long as you're nice, they'll accept you. It's okay for you to believe in whatever you want to believe in. And witches are pretty much the same. I would say stay away from blood magic, assuming that is a thing. I've heard that blood magic does exist, and it sounds absolutely awful. Stay away from demonology. There are ways to protect yourself when you do spells to talk um, to your ancestors and spirits. It's never good to take shortcuts, and that goes for everything, not just magic. And what you use your abilities for is up to you. You know, take responsibility for your decisions. There's a lot of misconceptions out there. I think that is another problem. And I think it's good that we've got people in the magical community out there trying to clear up misconceptions. I think everyone needs to understand that if you have, and again this goes for things that aren't magic as well, if you have a bad experience with something, that doesn't mean what you had a bad experience with is evil. There are no such things as monsters. There's no such thing as magical monsters. Are there monsters? I would say so, but I would say they come in human form. Saddam Hussein was a monster. Hitler was a monster. Vladimir Putin is a monster. Are there monsters that run about with tails, wings, and pitchforks? I honestly don't think so. Um, Not really sure what else I can say. Except please do watch the video that I have in the description and give me your opinion on who you think is right. Thank you.